Guess who's back with bad decisions? It's this guy. And yes, you see the title right. I bought the cheapest Maserati Quattroporte facelift S with a 4.7 liter there was in Switzerland. Now, I have been reading before I did that, like 12, 13 forums, and all of them were talking about this car, and everybody said don't buy a high mileage Maserati. But since I like to find out myself, I just thought, you know what, if the general opinion says don't buy it, they probably don't know shit. So I thought, you know what, let's just buy it, and that's what I did. I bought this car for under 20k. Okay, so now I've been driving it for 4 days now, and I must admit it has been a wonderful experience. Actually, it was beautiful. It literally was. Everybody loves it. It is an incredibly beautiful looking car, and it's actually very nice to drive. I mean, the ride is beautiful, the sound is fantastic. I've done a review on it, and I felt kind of in love. Now, the outside appearance is very important for a Maserati, but to be honest, also the interior is fabulous. Now, something important. Let's have a look at the technical specs. Now, let me open this door, okay, and let me show you the engine. Now, the thing is this. Most of the people say, oh my god, that's the biggest mistake because of one thing, the gearbox. But this, as you can see, has the automated ZF automatic gearbox that you would find in a 3 Series. So it's not even that complicated to replace, right? So let's pop the hood and see what the engine is all about. And this is also something important. Oh, I didn't even pull the latch. What the fuck? Got confused there for a second. Now it's open. All right. Now when you have a look here, let me just, my god, this is just so difficult to open. You see that? This, ladies and gentlemen, is the 4.7 liter Maserati engine, right? It is based on the Ferrari engine F136. Now I did a couple of mistakes in the review because it wasn't really my day, but since I bought the car, I can tell you what it is about right now, right? This has 431 horsepower. To be honest, you can literally tell that it's very powerful when pushing. It really is. I mean, I thought it was a competitor to the M5 and the E55 or E63, but then when I sat into it and I saw the length of it while parking, I understood, okay, it's actually a competitor to the S-Class. It was like an Aston Martin Rapide, like a first 4-door supercar saloon, right? So here we have this fantastic 4.7 liter engine. Now, you want to know about the mileage? Well, in miles, this would have 110,000 miles, I guess. In kilometers, it has 190,000. But it looks mint. From the outside, very beautiful. I personally don't like the wheels. Everybody loves them. I don't like them. Single reason, I like to keep a classic car original. Now, I love the Pininfarina styling. I mean, just look at it. From the outside, what a beautiful line, right? Very long, typical mafia car. I love the red brake calipers. I love how the Italians match everything wonderfully together. I mean, look at that. Red, of course, for the taillights. Beautiful quad exhaust, Maserati logo in the middle. And then, of course, red brake calipers. Now, when you look from here, I mean, come on, look at that color combination. Everything they touch looks fantastic. It really does. And I really, really like it. I really do. The Maserati logo here. Some air openings here. Otherwise, a beautiful, clean, spoilerless body. Typical Pininfarina. Then the openings down there. A lot of people say it looks kind of like an M6, and I would agree. I would agree. Now, owning both cars, this Maserati Quattroporte S and the BMW M6, I would say they look similar. It's like the M6 is the German friend or cousin from this Maserati. Do I regret it so far? Nope. However, there are some issues with it. and one would be the windows. Now, Maseratis are known to have some electrical problems, okay? The engine has not a single problem I could tell about. It drives fantastic. We're going to take the car for a drive right now. It feels brilliant. Even though it has 190,000 kilometers, there's literally nothing for me to say about it. I mean, it really does feel great. The shifts are smooth as silk. The interior is in a pretty good condition, to be honest. Everything works, right? The seats, the sunroof, all the windows except for the passenger seat. I had one problem that the radio didn't work, but then I found out that it was a fuse that was blown. And other than that, everything works, right? There is just one thing that I want to sort out, and it's this little mistake here, which I already found out what it was. It's a sensor of the right suspension. So that's it. That's it. And so far, this looks like a pretty good buy, especially considering that most of them, especially the GTS, are not selling for under 35,000. Now, are there some things that I don't like? Yes, absolutely. And it's especially this soft color here. It's very, very ugly. It sticks to the finger. But the drive is absolutely fantastic. It really is. Well, it's difficult to argue with that, right? And look at that now. Pop! That's the luxury aspect of this car. It really is incredible luxurious, especially considering every single window here is luxury glass, like double glass. You can't hear anything from the outside. You know, even considering that this is a super limousine, right? A luxury limousine, it's quite good around corners. You wouldn't believe it. It does feel very stable around corners. It really does. I mean, I wouldn't start racing with the car, but I turned into some corners a little bit faster and it felt brilliant. Now, you might ask yourself one question. Why the hell did I buy it? To be quite frank, I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know what went into me, but I saw it and somehow I just felt right at home, right? I mean, you know, it wasn't really a big financial risk to buy this car, to be honest. It wasn't really. I mean, buying a Ferrari would be somewhat of a financial risk because obviously if anything happens, you're screwed, right? But looking at a Maserati and looking at all of the parts that are available and all of the parts that you actually have to buy for those cars, and especially how easy the technology is, it wasn't really that difficult for me to kind of say, okay, at least I know how to fix it and I know people that can fix it. And obviously I have a big community and everybody's willing to help, which is a fantastic thing. Now, it's not just like I buy those cars and I'm on my own. It's more like, yeah, it's kind of a cool car for the community, and it's something that nobody else would dare to buy. And I mean, just look at it. Look how beautiful you sit inside this car, and it's so comfortable. And I mean, people just love it. I haven't gotten a thumbs up from regular people that are not knowing about cars in the M6, but in the Maserati I got a plenty of thumbs up, which is a very nice feeling. Now, in terms of ride quality, there is absolutely nothing to say. It is even better to drive daily than a BMW M6 V10. And it's 100% because of the gearbox. It's so easy, so simple. Traffic light in front of me, no problem. Very, very easy and simple car to drive. Very appealing, very beautiful looks. Let's open the window for further enjoyment, right? The second gear goes to 110. That's a bind point, right? know, my main thought was I was going to have a lot of drama with the car, but so far so good, to be honest. And you know, when you drive a car for 700-800 kilometers, something will pop up, right? Like an engine lamp that they deleted before. There are some pricks outside there. I mean, let's face it, you know, car sales and all of that, there are some very terrible people there. Pricks, fucked up people, you know. It is worth of punching them, because obviously there's a God, and you know, the receipt comes in the end for everybody. So I thought, you know, maybe I will see some things coming my way, like some problems, but so far there's nothing. I knew about the suspension error, I knew about the window, and that's it. That's literally everything that's broken on the car. Suspension error, window. 189,000 kilometers on this four-door Ferrari. Now, when we say Ferrari, we gotta be honest here. It has kind of the same engine like a Ferrari, but this is a cross-plane engine. Ferraris have flat-plane engines, revving up to 8,500 RPMs. This revs to 7,250, maximum 7.4. But it is very nice to sit in. I'm telling you, it's beautiful. I have an auxiliary port. I have the climate controls in 2 zones, in the front and in the back. A beautiful clock in here. I have a navigation system. I mean, I love the wooden steering wheel, the wood here on the gear lever. I mean, there's no drama to talk about in this video. It really isn't. Now, comparing this to the M6, well, the M6 is much more of a drama queen. It really is. The M6, all kinds of shit is breaking on the car. Actually, I replaced everything, so now it works wonderful. But you know, I'm thinking about, I don't know. You know, now that I'm driving this, I really ask myself, do you need anything else? It's very comfortable. Yeah, it's strange how opinions change when you just dare to do something, because the reputation of Italian cars is always terrible, right? But I feel beautiful sitting inside here, and I feel at home. I really do. I like how the engine sounds. I like especially the part of revving it. You hear that? Come on, and I mean, the sound is literally absolutely fantastic. There's plenty of space in here. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful car. It really is. The park controls work. I don't know. No, there's a saying in German like, "Du sollst den Tag nicht vor dem Abend loben." Like, don't grace the day before the evening, or something like that. I don't know what it is translated. But I've driven it now for a couple of days, every day, and it feels brilliant. So I guess that sums it up. I mean, I just wanted to inform you that I did a terrible mistake of buying this car, which turns out to not be that of a terrible event. Buying a car is always involved in risk, especially second-hand. Would I recommend you to buy one? Fuck no, to be honest, because it was a scary process, right? Yeah, but just driving it, I mean, it really does feel wonderful. It really does. Now, do I have any future plans with it? Actually, I don't. I will just enjoy the moment with the car. I will not do any tuning. I will even detune it if I have to. I mean, get rid of those wheels here and put on original wheels. Keep it clean. Do a service. Change the brake pads maybe. And that's it. I really like this car. I really do. I would fix the window. And that's about it. I mean, there's really nothing to say. I apologize if this video is boring for you, but it is what it is. It's the truth. So I'll do a fuel economy test with it. I owe you that, you know, I owe you that. And then we'll see. And yeah, hope you liked this video. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you, and see you on the next one, I guess. Goodbye.